Hello everyone, just a little update video to say what's happening with the lst2 or the lst2 and the Mt4 G3 that I've been messing about with for quite a while now. Starting with the LST, I've had a few videos of it running, doing bashing and bits and bobs, and how I've kind of converted it from a nitro to electric. It's got the Mt4 body on it, well, Proline bug body on, just sitting on it at the moment. I need to get a body for this that actually looks good. Now this does kind of fit the bug body, but it's a little bit small. I'm not really sure if it will properly clear the shocks. Here, I could raise these body mounts, I guess, but I've got a bug anyway for the Mt4, so I'm not going to go bug body. I want to get a truck body for this that looks good, probably a Proline truck body of some sort. So I've got to do that, because the stock body and the Mt4 body that I've run on this, both arguably they're pretty ugly, aren't they, really? So it'd be nice to get a good strong truck body on it. I've got a few parts that I need to change, so I've gone for the yellow Losi springs, which are a lot stiffer feeling than these, and they're a lot firmer, so good for bashing. So I've got 4 of them to go on. I'm going to go back to the bigger hexes. I think they're 20mm hexes, I can't remember exactly. I went to 17mm hexes to use the Mt4 wheels and tyres, and those tyres that are on the Mt4 here, these kind of truggy size tyres, to try them out. But I do like the stock LST wheels and tyres, which are these ones, which are quite big and heavy, but they kind of suit the LST too, in my opinion. So I'm going to go back to them anyway and see how I get on with those again. So I've got those to go back on. I've got the Dudes Racing single speed hub, which is here, from America. Now, I did try and look for a single speed hub in the UK or online, eBay and all that kind of thing, but I couldn't find one anywhere. So I ordered that from America, which I think is kind of a near necessity, really, because, well, not a necessity, but when it changes up into second gear, it is quite violent on the 6S brushless with the big 92mm Leopard motor, so it makes it hard to drive, and I think single speed hub, I'm hoping, will make it just easier to control and better. I've got a shock shaft, because I've bent both the rear shock shafts, which you will see, or you would have seen if you'd watched any of the videos on this. The last run out, well, the first time I bent them both, I straightened them out with my hand as best as I could, and they work okay. The second time, I think just from continuous heavy landings, really, I bent one again. I think it's this side, and it's bad now. It's badly bent. So I've got a shock shaft anyway, and that I'm hoping with the stiffer springs, and I'll look at the oil, hopefully will stop that happening. So I've got to do that. And I've got the Ford only conversion, the Ford only transmission conversion kit, which is in this bag, which it's just a few cogs and a few bits and bobs. I'm guessing it takes out the reverse function, or the cogs that actuate reverse. So I'll take out the reversing servo as well. I'm not sure what else it does. I guess it slims down the transmission, what's in the transmission. So yeah, there's that to do as well. So basically, hopefully all these modifications will be the end of it, really, for this. And then I can just enjoy using it, which I have done, to be honest. I've enjoyed using it a lot. When I first got it, nitro, I tried nitro, I thought I'd give it a go. I didn't quite get on with it. I didn't have time with the kids. I mean, although I try and use these with my sons a fair bit. The time at the weekend with football and everything else is squashed. So to try and tune a nitro, I just didn't have the time for it. I hope one day I will have the time for it, and I'm going to look back into nitro again. But converting it to electric just made it easier, really, to just use it. And it's, of course, acceleration and so on is very good, and it's fun bashing it. I haven't broken anything on it yet, other than those shock shafts bending, so I'm quite surprised at that, really. Other than the body is slowly disintegrating, of course. It's taken the crashing really well, and I thought that nothing could compare really to the Mt4 that I've had, crashing wise, and sort of take the punishment. But this is doing really well. I haven't, as I say, I've not bent any shocks on the Mt4, or shock shafts on the Mt4. I did break a shock cap, so you know it's pretty close. But this is also very, very durable, very solid. Yeah, I can't complain really. Considering the weight of it, it's heavy, it's big, it's taken, you know, so therefore it's landing harder and so on. It's taken it really, so that's good. I'm particularly impressed with, I suppose, the shock towers really. They're plastic, and I've always thought plastic not so good, but they haven't broken or anything. They do flex about, which may be a reason for bending the shafts, you know, but there you go. So it's been good. So they're the upgrades on that, or the changes that are going to happen with that. Now the Mt4, while I'm doing the changes to the LST, I'm gonna use that opportunity to take the motor out of the LST, the Leopard 92mm motor, which is 1480 kV 6S capable, and I'm going to try and squeeze it into the Mt4. So I'm going to take out the ripper motor, squeeze it in here. It's going to mean, because of the length of it, it's longer than this motor, the stock ripper motor, it is going to mean moving the ESC somewhere else. And currently I'm using the 120 amp ESC in here, which I had for my Slash. So I'll be putting the standard Ace RC Ripper combo motor back into the Mt4, but I'll probably have to do some sort of dodgy cable tie it to the top tray, or cable tie it to the chassis brace or something to get it all to fit. It may not fit, so you know, I might try it and it won't fit, but I'm going to give it a go just to see what effect that has. It's a lower kV motor, but it's got lots of power. It'll be interesting just to see what it does to this platform. You know, is it going to enhance it? Is it going to make it, you know, rubbish? I don't know. The only thing I've got to do to the Mt4 other than that is go over it all, because I noticed when I last used it, after putting the double chassis and towers, a few of the screws that I've put on are backing out a little bit, like the shock. There's one on one of the shock stays, and one of the arms back here, or the turnbuckles, has come loose. So I need to go over it all, like you should really every now and again. Go over the screws, check, Loctite what you need to Loctite. And I need to change one of the diff internals, which I have. I've bought the diff internals. Basically, I think it's the rear diff, but I don't know. It's a bit crunchy, a bit clicky, nothing crazy, but a bit. And I think if I'm going to run 6S with a big motor, it's just going to destroy anything that isn't quite right. So I'm going to check the diffs and things like that. So I've got some work to do. I'm also going to have I did a speed test with my Garmin watch stuck on top of my Slash, which I'm going to post up in a minute. And I want to do a speed test on this as it is now, the Mt4. I'll do it on the LST as well, just for a laugh. I don't even know if it's that accurate, to be honest, so it might be a total waste of time, but at least I'm using the same method to do it on each car, so it's kind of equally inaccurate or equally rubbish. I'm guessing that a GPS watch, it should be pretty accurate at logging a top speed, but maybe it isn't. So I'll do that. Probably put the Mt4 stock wheels back on, on this, and yeah, that's about it. Basically, just to update on this double towers, double chassis layout on the Mt4 with a brace. It seems very strong. It is heavy though. The towers, I reckon, are a really good upgrade. If you can get 2 towers, front and rear. I've got the Age of T's towers as the extra ones, which I think they were cheap. I'm pretty sure they're like £10 each or something delivered. That's well worth doing because it's easy to do. You've got to elongate some screws and mess about a little bit at the back with the wheelie bar thing, but it's quite easy to do. The double chassis is also easy to do. You just need to get some longer screws, but it is heavy. I could have just bent the chassis back because it was slightly bent and gone with one chassis again and seen how it went. You know, it took me a long time to bend it in the first place. So, you know, I don't know if I'd recommend it particularly, but it seems good. It's working out well. I'm not having any problems with it. It's just the extra weight. There is a chassis supposed to be being made by Innovative RC, which is a British-based company, but it's been a possibility for a few months now, and I don't know if it's going to happen. But if it does happen, I'm hoping definitely to get one of those. And you know, if I do get one, I'll try it out obviously, and I'll post up a video of how it's going. So we'll see on that one. But yeah, if you're having trouble with the stock chassis, if you're bending it a lot, then maybe go double chassis as a last resort for now. If you can wait, or you're bending it like, you know, you're not really bending it, but you have bent it slightly, bend it back maybe and just carry on, you know, and see how you go with that. But yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Just an update for you. I'll post up videos of how it's coming along. Okay, cheers guys.